Next on deck with Tim Black.
What is his net worth again?
A lot of money. Let's Google.
So your mama would call you. She would call you, and guess what you would do? You'd write her a check. But what about the mother?
Okay, so let me set this up real quick because we're going in reverse order. The Commerce Secretary, Lutnick, I think his name is. He made a statement on the podcast. Well, it wasn't a podcast. He made a statement at an event. It's a forum. 3 people sitting there. He's one of them. And he said something, was talking. And he made his comment said about his mother and a Social Security check. If she didn't get her Social Security check, her response, she probably wouldn't even know. She's 94. She probably wouldn't know she didn't get it. She definitely wouldn't be on the phone with me that day complaining. But people that steal money, that are illegally getting Social Security, they will complain immediately. Because thieves always are the loudest. The thieves are the loudest ones. That was his rationale. That's the basis of this program we're about to see. And when I watched this program, when I watched this clip, I said, I can't cover it. I saw it yesterday. I said, I can't cover it because I got to go find the real clip. Yeah, I got to go find the real clip because what they're going to say, I know it's taken out of context. Johnson, I've been doing this too long. I've been doing it too long at this point. You know, when I get my spotty senses tingling, I know. I don't know how bad or good this Commerce Secretary is. I know he's a billionaire, but I don't know how bad or good he is. But I got to imagine, he ain't crazy. Like, to say that people don't care about getting their Social Security check, that's crazy. And when something sounds crazy, it's typically not the whole story. So let's go here back to Michael Steele and Symone Sanders and this lady who doesn't speak, but she makes a lot of faces. And let's hear them rant about Commerce Secretary's statement out of context.
Who doesn't have someone that they can call to put money in that bank account for a month? You insensitive lug. How dare you?
How dare you? $2 and $4 billion.
$4 billion. Yeah, your mama's not going to worry because if you're any kind of a decent son, you're going to cover that month. But there are a lot of mothers out there who don't have that.
You know, I'm glad to see Michael still behave this way because I was beginning to feel like it was only black women that act a fool and say a bunch of wrong stuff, be a total asshole. But thanks to Michael Steele and Roland Martin, there are other people that they make do the same thing. Yeah, don't be biased, Democrats. Make Michael Steele look like an ass. Then again, I think Michael Steele's making Michael Steele look like an ass.
How dare you?
Well, that's his mother-in-law.
So you can miss a month. You be okay. Take your ass into a community where they don't have those resources available to them. How dare you?
Yeah, when I first saw this, I said, damn, am I going to have to agree with Michael Steele and Symone Sanders? Oh, God. Oh. Thankfully, I will not. Thankfully, I will not because they ain't hitting.
I mean, this is the arrogance right now in America. This is the arrogance. They're looking you in the eye and say, you can miss your payments. You'll be okay.
You can tell they have nothing because they're not playing the clip. Look at the clips. Look at their lips still going with no clip. Bunch of faces at the screen with no clip.
You can feed your family with no money.
Long rant with no data.
You can clothe your family with no money for
a lot of attitude. Saying the same thing the same way 10 times. Very Roland Martin-esque.
a month. You can do that. You arrogant SOB. $4 billion.
You've called him several names, sir, but yet to play him doing the thing that you say you're calling him names about. I smell a rat.
Sitting there telling America you can miss a payment? My daddy's on Social Security. What is he going to do? He's going to come to me if he misses the payment because he's got a resource.
Let J-Lo and Magic Johnson's son have a word, please. I'd like to hear what they have to say. You're taking up all the spotlight, sir.
He's got a son who can help him. He's got a daughter who can help him. But their families don't have people who can help them. Sorry,
but Michael, No, you are leveling up, as you would say, how so many people across this country feel.
I describe it to people this way.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play the actual clip because they didn't play it. Let's play the actual clip where the Commerce Secretary, he's going to make the statement. Now, this has a lot of context because it was kind of an in-depth conversation. Check it out.
Let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. She just wouldn't. She'd think something got messed up, and she'll get it next month.
Yeah.
A fraudster always makes the loudest noise, screaming, yelling, and complaining. And if all the guys who did PayPal, like Elon knows this by heart, right? Anybody who's been in the payment system and the process system knows the easiest way to find the fraudster is to stop payments and listen.
Yeah.
Because whoever screams is the one stealing.
Yeah.
Because my mother-in-law's not calling. I mean, come on, your mother, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds, they trust the government. They trust, okay, maybe it got screwed up. Big deal. They're not going to call and scream at someone. But someone who's stealing always does. So what happens is we need to get to, so the people who are getting that free money, stealing the money, inappropriately getting the money, have an inside person who's routing the money, they are going to yell and scream. But real America is going to be rewarded because here's the key.
Benefit of the doubt.
Not one penny should stop going to, we're the richest country on earth.
Yeah.
Here's the way I say it. I said we have a $6.5 trillion budget. We have $4.5 trillion of revenues.
Yeah.
Okay, we lose $2 trillion a year.
Yeah.
We have a $29 trillion GDP, right? Which people don't understand, and which I'll explain a little bit. And we have $36 trillion in debt.
Yeah.
What number didn't I say to a business person? What's our balance sheet worth?
Right.
I say $500 trillion.
Right.
The president says a quadrillion. But at $500 trillion or a quadrillion, 36 trillion, we're rich. We don't have to take one penny from someone who deserves Social Security. Not one penny for someone who deserves Medicaid and Medicare. What we have to do is stop sending money to someone who's not hurt.
Now, what he said there is not exactly what they were implying. He wasn't saying people don't need Social Security. He was saying the thieves that steal Social Security are going to come up in the system as complaining about their Social Security checks being cut off. And that's how we'll get them once we cut them off. Then he went on to say that they should never cut Social Security. You get rid of these bad actors, and Social Security is solvent. You don't have to cut people's Social Security. Yeah, it didn't come off as artful, right? I wish he would have put a less flubber or blubber in it, you know what I'm saying? And kind of trimmed it down and streamlined his comment so it couldn't be hijacked, you know what I'm saying? To make it make sense. And still, I don't know if that's what you say. Your mom wouldn't care. He's in a bubble. I get that. I agree with that part of it. And that's hard to do, but you got to call balls and strikes. Probably not the best, comparison or story to talk about your 94-year-old mom not caring about money. Like, who are you talking to? But at least finish the conversation because he did say other things on the same topic, which was, hey, we're trying to stop the waste, fraud, and abuse. We make enough money, and no person should be without their Social Security check who deserves it. And that's why we got to do this, because we should be able to afford to keep everybody paid.
The key is stop sending money to the wrong place so we can make sure we can always defend sending money to the right place. I would never allow, if I can stand it, to not pay somebody who retired at 65 their benefits.
Yeah,
I find it disgusting when we're the richest country in the world and some politician says, in order to save Social Security, rather than getting rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse, we should move it to 70.
Yeah.
How about no? How about we're rich enough to give people the benefit of the bargain of being a great American. But let's put great people in charge.
That's really well said.
Okay.
He said, we should not be even thinking about increasing the age to 70 just because we got a bunch of fraudsters getting free money. Cut out the fraud and people can retire at a decent age. At the same age, I think, as 65. So all that is said in that segment. And if you work at MSNBC, You got a budget. You got people that look stuff up and watch clips and do it all. If I could take the time to look at the whole clip, so could Symone Sanders and Michael Steele and Miss Menendez. J-Lo could have looked it up. Not doing anything else on that panel. Why couldn't look it up? But see, just like everything else, it's like, just get the ratings. We can't go out like Joy Reid. We gotta stay. We're not as cute, we're not as liked as Jen Psaki. Menendez is Latino. We're black. We're gonna be out of here. Only black person they'll keep around is dead weight is Al Sharpton, because he's the leader of the blacks. So we gotta get some fire going. Michael, you need to yell at nothing and yell at the sky like I used to, like I usually do. It's your turn to yell at the sky, say erroneous things that have nothing to do with it, insult the hell out of them a couple times, call them names like I would do. Because I'm tired of doing it all the times, Michael. Why I always have to be the one doing it? Yeah, so it's taken out of context on purpose because they don't want to, and you can do that because, let's just face it, guys, Trump has been so demonized that anybody that's in his cabinet will be hated. We have to know that 95% of America don't know who this guy is. They know nothing about him. But because he was chosen by Trump, he's hated. That's all they need to know. Therefore, the hate spreads from Trump to him. Trump's hated, therefore, anyone he picks is hated. So therefore, you don't have to do the time, do the due diligence of providing evidence to substantiate your claim, nor do you have to produce data. And no context is needed. You can just say it, and it becomes law. And but this is the insidious part about this, guys. The insidious part about it is there are older Americans that need this Social Security check that saw that segment by Michael Steele and Raven-Symoné. And they're upset. That's right. They're upset. They're worried. They're stressed out, and it's unnecessary. They're wondering something's happening with their Social Security. There's absolutely nothing happening to their Social Security. But see, Shirley Hemphill and Bookman, Buffalo Butt with glasses, they decided that they were going to try to get some wins for their crappy show at the expense of some of our most vulnerable citizens' peace of mind. That's what they decided. And that, folks, is how they operate. That's how the Democrats get down. Garbage. You know the deal. Independent black media stays unapologetic, raw, and real. Now you can wear the movement. From the 10 Black Wolf Pack to the Cornbread Collection, we got gear for the real ones. For men, women, even the little ones. No weak threads, no weak messages. Rep the truth. Rep the movement. Hit up 10blackpaws.com and grab yours today. Because cornbread ain't free. Wolfpack. Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.